Hello everyone, in this video I would be teaching you about the questions and answers of deep water. Question number 1 is, what is the misadventure that William Douglas speaks about? Answer of this question is, William O. Douglas had just learned swimming. One day an 18-year-old big brazier picked him up and tossed him into the 9 feet deep end of the YMCA pool. He hit the water surface in a sitting position. He swallowed water and went at once to the bottom. He nearly died in this misadventure. Question number 2 is, what were the series of emotions and fears that Douglas experienced when he was thrown into the pool? What plans did he make to come to the surface? So this is a very important question because it is talking about the strategy which was planned by William O. Douglas. Douglas was frightened when he was thrown into the pool. However, he was not frightened out of its wits. While sinking down, he made a plan. He would make a big jump. When his feet hit the bottom, he would come to the surface like a cork, like lie flat on it and paddle to the edge of the pool. Guys, you can understand my throat is not so well, my voice is not so well, so I am just making this video for your help. So try to get it. Question number 3 is, how did this experience affect him? This experience revived his aversion to water. Aversion here means dislike. He shook and cried when he lay on his bed. He couldn't eat that night. For many days there was a haunting fear in his heart. The slightest exertion upset him, making him wobbly in the knees. Wobbly का मतलब होता है लड़खड़ाना, टांगों के बल सीधे खड़े नहीं हो पाना. And sick to his stomach. He never went back to the pool. He feared water and avoided it whenever he could. Now we have think as you read. Why was Douglas determined to get over his fear of water? His fear of water ruined his fishing trips. It deprived him of the joy of canoeing, boating, and swimming. Douglas used every way he knew to overcome his fear he had developed since childhood. Even as an adult, it held him firmly in its grip. He determined to get an instructor and learn swimming to get over this fear of water. How did the instructor build a swimmer out of Douglas? This is also an important question, that how the swimmer helped him to overcome his fear of water and how that swimmer built a swimmer out of Douglas. The instructor built a swimmer out of Douglas piece by piece. For 3 months he held him high on a rope attached to its belt. He went back and forth across the pool. Panic seized the author every time. The instructor taught Douglas to put his face under water and exhale, and to raise his nose and inhale. Then Douglas had to kick with his legs for many weeks till these relaxed. After 7 months, the instructor told him to swim the length of the pool. Question number 3 is, how did Douglas make sure that he conquered that old terror? Douglas still felt terror-stricken when he was alone in the pool. The remnants होता है बचा हुआ. The old terror would return, but he would rebuke it and go for another length of the pool. He was still not satisfied, so he went to the Lake Wentworth in New Hampshire, dived off a dock at Triggs Island and swam 2 miles across the lake. He had his residual doubts, so when he went to Meade Glacier, dived into Warm Lake and swam across the other shore and back. Thus he made sure that he had conquered the old terror. Now we have understanding the text. How does Douglas make clear that to the readers? The sense of panic that gripped him as he almost drowned. Describe the details that have made the description vivid. Vivid means clear. Douglas gave a detailed account of his feelings and efforts to save himself from getting drowned. He uses literary devices to make this description graphic and vivid. For example, those 9 feet were more likely 19. My lungs were ready to burst. I came up slowly. I opened my eyes and saw nothing but water. I grew panicky. I was suffocating. I tried to yell, but no sound came out. How did Douglas overcome his fear of water? When Douglas grew up, he took the help of an instructor to learn swimming. His training went on from October to April. For 3 months, he was taken across the pool with the help of a rope. As he went under, terror filled him and his legs froze. The instructor taught him to exhale underwater and inhale through raised nose. He made him kick his legs to make them relax. Then he asked him to swim. He continued swimming from April to July. Still, all terror had not left. He swam 2 miles across Lake Wentworth and whole length to the shore and back of Warm Lake. Then he overcame his fear of water. Why does Douglas, as an adult, recount a childhood experience of terror as his conquering of it? What larger meaning does he draw from this experience? The experience of terror was a handicap Douglas suffered from during his childhood. His conquering of it shows his determination, willpower, and development of his personality. He drew a larger meaning from this experience. In death, there is a peace. There is terror only in the fear of death. He had experienced both the sensation of dying and the terror that feel of it can produce. So the will to live somehow grew in intensity. He felt released, free to walk the mountain paths, climb the peak, and brush aside fear.